Hi, I'm C-Wiz, and this is Intrana, and this is Chunkytrana, and this is my Extreme One Chunk Iron Man series. Last time on the account, we started things off in Intrana, where I killed 3,800 chickens to get my defense to level 40. After doing that and training my cooking to level 25, I had completed all of my chunk tasks and I was ready to roll a new chunk. So I went on to the chunk picker, and to everybody's shock and surprise, I rolled Port Sarim. And today I'm picking up right where we left off, heading to Port Sarim. I'm so excited to see what's next, so let's get into it. Okay, so we have officially unlocked Port Sarim. So I'm gonna travel over there now. This is so exciting. It feels good to be on shore. Um, oh, this is actually one of our chunk tests here is starting pirate treasure. So let's go over the chunk tasks in Port Sarim. There's 6 main skill tasks that I need to do in this chunk. I need to get to level 30 attack to wield an adamant weapon, 58 cooking to bake a pita bread, 30 fishing to catch a raw salmon, 20 thieving to steal candles in Intrana's church, 55 magic to cast high level alchemy, and level 30 woodcutting to chop willow logs. Now, the woodcutting task, I don't know for sure if I can do it. Again, I'm not even sure if it's possible to get a axe in Port Sarim. The other smaller chunk tasks include raking a farming patch and obtaining a blue wizard hat, starting pirate's treasure, and a easy Falador diary task, which I actually did without anybody knowing because it was taking that first boat to Entrada. So yeah, that's all that there is. So having gone over that, let's get back to the action. It feels so good to have something other than chickens. Look at this. Wow, that felt so good. Ball of wool. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I can buy a rake from this guy, and then we'll take out another chunk task here and rake this field. There we go. So in here we've got Brian's battle axes. So this is why we need to train to level 30 attack. 4,160 coins. So we're going to be looking around for some money makers here. What's upstairs? The answer was nothing, and I assume it's the same for over here. There was a bronze bolt up there. And here is where we're going to be spending a lot of money to get to level 50 magic. And we're going to need a nature rune. I wonder how we get that in this. Another one of our chunk tasks is to equip a blue wizard hat. So there you go. We are just flying through them. Interesting. We have a jewelry store. I don't think I can get cosmic runes here, but if I find a way to, it's possible I can enchant some jewelry. Ooh, what's down here? Oh, oh, okay. They do not want me going down there. A goblin? What? I didn't know goblins were over here. Maybe that's where I get an axe from. I think some goblins drop axes. Oh, there's a bunch of them over here. So my mic was unplugged when I recorded these next couple of scenes, but I'm pretty sure I was talking about how excited I am that there is a deposit box right here. The only problem is I can only put stuff into the bank and I can't take anything out. So I kind of have to be careful about what I'm depositing into the box because what I put in there, I'm not going to be able to access until I get into a chunk with a bank. So then I walked over here while I was kind of rambling on about what to do next on the account. And basically, what I'm going to do to make this go as smoothly as possible is all of the skilling grinds that don't require any sort of equipment and anything that requires me to go back to Entrana because if I were to get any armor or weapons, I would have to drop them or bank them before being able to go back to Entrana to do, say, a fishing grind. And I just don't want to have to deal with that. So I think I'm going to start with fishing. Right. So it is time for me to put some items into the bank because I need to clear up some inventory space. Um, and because I have this wizard hat, I think unfortunately we have to say goodbye to the zombie mask. There's just better things I can put on my head. I did buy some fishing bait for when we get to level 5 fishing, so I don't have to net fish the whole way. Okay, here we go. Level 30 fishing, here we come. First fishing level on the account. So I had the mysterious man come to me again, and he gave me another cosmic talisman. What is with that? I don't think I've ever had him give me a cosmic talisman before, and that's two now on this account. So I have my first full inventory of shrimp. Now I'm bringing it to this guy because he actually buys shrimp, and I want to see how much he buys it for. 3 GP each. Um, so, oh, 5, 4. Why can't I do math? I sold 5 of them for 15. That's 3 GP each, right? Oh, he's. I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay. He's buying them for 3. But at what point does that go down? Okay. So I can sell them 15 and then they sell for 2. So shrimp, I don't think is going to get me to where I need to get. But there's going to be more fishing to come. So let's talk money. I need to get to level 55 magic, and that takes 166,636 experience. Now, there's a few ways that I can do that. The cheapest way would be to just cast Windstrike the whole time. Windstrike yields 5.5 experience per cast, and you can average about 6.6 thousand experience per hour. So I would need to cast Windstrike over 30,000 times. It would only cost 230k, but it would take 26 hours, which honestly I'm not opposed to if it takes a really long time to make money. Now, the fastest way for me to get to 55 magic would be to just cast Windstrike until I'm level 17 and cast Windbolt until I'm level 35, and then cast Firebolt the rest of the way. Firebolt yields 22.5 experience per cast, and you can average about 27,000 experience per hour. So in total, I would have to cast about 8.4 thousand spells, which would cost me a whopping 1 mil, but it would only take 7 hours. One final option, kind of in the middle of these two, would be for me to cast Wind Strike until I'm level 13, and then cast Fire Strike the rest of the way. Fire Strike yields 11.5 experience per cast, and you can average about 13.8 thousand experience per hour. With this method, I would have to cast 14.5 thousand spells, and that would cost me 358k, and it would take me 12 hours, so kind of the middle of the two. So the method I use here is entirely dependent on how fast I can earn money. If I can earn 1 mil in any less than 5 hours, then it's worth it for me to go the fastest route and pay for the Chaos Runes to do Firebolt. But if it's taking me forever to earn money, then I might have to just settle with 358k and do a 12-hour grind. Or if it really takes a long time, then I might even have to just do 230k and grind magic for 26 hours. All right, so now that I'm done boring you with numbers, we're going to get back to fishing. There's level 5 fishing. I can get that fishing rod now and fish for sardines, I think. All right, so I'm back at the fishing shop here. Gonna sell him my shrimp and see how much he buys these for. 7 coins. So that's more than twice the cost of shrimp. I mean, if it keeps doubling everything that we go up to, I'm gonna be catching a lot of salmon, so I'm excited to see how much those are gonna be worth. But 2 inventories and we've earned 137 coins. Let's go. So we've got our first inventory with some herring. Gonna see how much he buys that for. Oops. Oh, 7? That's the same. Oh man. This is gonna take some time. Level 15 fishing. There's level 20 fishing. I can start fly fishing now and using up some of these feathers that I collected. Um, I ran out of bait and I didn't want to buy any more, so I started net fishing. And I actually haven't tried selling anchovies yet, so I'm interested to see how much he's going to pay for those. Guys, he buys them for 10 coins each. That is the most money we get out of anything so far. God, I really hope I don't have to fish for anchovies the whole way to 55 magic. That would just be brutal. Oh, our first genie on the account with another lamp. I think that's my third one so far. So, getting there. Okay, moment of truth. How much is he gonna buy these for? 7. Oh no. I can only assume that he's gonna buy raw salmon at the same price. Oh, anchovies might be. Actually, I don't know, because we don't catch 100% anchovies. We also catch shrimp that only sell for 3. At least when we're fly fishing, we're constantly catching something that sells for 7 coins each. So I think currently this is the best money maker we've got. Um, and it's gonna just be a lot of world hopping and I don't know, maybe I can come up with something a little bit better in the future. You know what sucks? When all of the fishing spawns are on the other side of the river, because to get there, the way this stupid island is laid out, I gotta run all the way around this fence, all the way through this stupid church, across this stupid bridge, down this stupid hill, and then usually by the time I get here, a fishing spot has spawned over there. Sucks. 25 fishing. Guys, I just realized I have 24,000, just over 24,000 feathers. If I use all of those to catch salmon and trout and then sell them for 7 GP each, that means doing all the world hopping and getting maximum income from all of that. I'm still only gonna have 170k, and I won't even be halfway to doing the 12-hour grind for magic. I severely underestimated this grind. I'm gonna have to think of something else, I think. There's level 30 fishing. So once we catch a raw salmon, we'll be done another chunk task. And there it is, one singular salmon. So I think I'm gonna take a break from fishing for now. Um, I do also need to get to level 58 cooking, so I think I'm gonna, use Good chunk of those feathers doing that as well. And the next thing I'm going to work on is going to be thieving, because I need to return to Entrana after I get to level 20 thieving to steal a candle from their church or something stupid. And then after that, I think I'm gonna start killing stuff, because then I don't need to go back to Entrana for any reason, at least for a little while. So that's what's next. Oh my God. He buys raw salmon for 21 coins each. I don't know why I thought it would also be 7, but that is huge. That makes a very big difference. So with this newfound information of being able to sell salmon for 21 coins each, it actually makes fishing a much more viable option than I thought it was going to be. Like depending on RNG, these 24,000 feathers might actually be enough to get me to where I need to be to cut the magic grind down to 12 hours instead of 26. So that is very good news for me. Level 5 thieving. Did you guys know that if you're injured, like I am, because I'm so bad at pickpocketing, that you can go to the monks in this church here and ask them to heal you, and then they just do it. That's pretty cool. Fun fact. Level 10. Excuse me, sir, but there seems to be a thief in your house. 15. Ooh, a bar of gold. I can do absolutely nothing with that. In you go. And there's level 20 thieving. Now I can go steal the Declaration of Independence. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go steal a candle. Do you think it hurts because I'm burning myself on the candles? There we go. Chunk task done. Hey, remember when I said this? I think some goblins drop axes. Well, I was right. Some do. Goblins actually have two drop tables, and the first one isn't very impressive. Some low level gear, some runes, stuff you would expect a goblin to drop. But the second table has a bronze axe and nature runes, two things that I need for tasks in this chunk. Unfortunately, this is not the drop table of the goblins that I have access to. So this means that once again, I can't complete a chunk task because the only monsters in my chunk that drop an axe are the level 25 zombies in the Entrana dungeon, which I can't get to. Or can I? What if I can find a way to enter the Entrana dungeon without compromising the integrity of this one chunk account? Guys, I thought long and hard about this, and it was genuinely a really difficult decision. I seriously considered giving this account one single exception to go into Entrana Dungeon once, and only once, kill zombies until I could kill greater demons, and get all of the drops required, and then, and only then, use a one time home teleport to get out and then immediately run back to Port Sarim. But at the end of the day, this is a one chunk Iron Man account. I started this account wanting to do everything that I can to make sure that I never step foot outside of a chunk that I don't have unlocked. So after weighing everything out, I decided I'm not going to go into the Intrana dungeon. So with the decision made, I'm going to backlog the wood cutting task. And as far as the magic task goes, I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with defense and still train my magic to level 55 as though I needed to cast high level alchemy, even though I don't have the runes to do so. Still going to do that grind. So back to it. I'm going to be so happy every time I see a drop of runes. I'm here working on my attack, and I'm actually killing these guys specifically because they drop uh, some best in slots for me. The bronze med helm, I believe they drop, and they for sure drop the iron dagger. So that's what I'm working on getting right now. Ooh, that's what I need right there. Just a few thousand more of those drops would be great, thanks. These guys also drop clue scrolls. Now, the beginner clue scrolls, I believe, are still useless to me. I don't think there's any beginner steps in Port Sarim. But I think there's a couple of easy ones. So if I get some easy clue scrolls from these guys, I might actually be able to complete one. And there it is, the bronze med helm. Our first piece of armor on the account. How exciting. Got a maze event here. That's exciting. I think it's definitely worth it for me to be opening the chests as I go, just because I know that there's usually a few runes hidden amongst the maze. So you'll never guess what I just got from that. I got my nature runes. How cool is that? So that maze was actually so good. We got two nature runes and 58 chaos runes and also three mithril ore. So yeah, it'd be really good to get a few more of those along the way in this grind just to help speed things up a little bit. Anyway, back to killing people. There's 25 attack. There's level 28 attack. It's funny, the experience rates I'm getting by killing men and women is actually the same, pretty much, experience rate that I was getting killing chickens. I think it's just because there's only two of them and I'm kind of having to run back and forth between the two, but yeah, we're slowly getting there. Almost level 30 attack. So I have officially killed 128 of each men and women, which is the drop rate for the Iron Dagger. So technically, I am two times the drop rate for that, so a little bit dry on it, but I'm not going to complain too much. I'd way rather go dry on the Iron Dagger than something a lot more rare, like a pet or something in the future. So just going to keep trying for that. Ooh, a sapphire. Another thing I can't do anything with. In you go. Kind of missed it, but that is level 30 attack. So that is another skill requirement done on the account, and I can actually now go and officially get my very first weapon on the account, which is interesting. I definitely thought I would have the Iron Dagger at this point, but this is great. Look at that. I can finally use a weapon. Oh, that's so good. Nice. Look at that 31 slash bonus. Oh, it feels so good. So good. I really don't understand why the cabbages in this game are so massive. That's a big ass cabbage. These kills are so much faster with this battle axe. Like, I just two hit that guy and got 21 strength. That's cool. But yeah, very, very pleased with this new weapon. Nice. Hit a 5. And there it is. Finally, 320 kills in total to finally get that bad boy. I don't know if it's any better than the battle axe in any aspect, other than the fact that it gives less of a negative magic stat. It gives a bit more of a range defense and more stat bonus. Cool. All right. So now that those drops are done, I do still have one more drop that I want to get, and it's going to be from the goblins that I have access to. So as I mentioned before, the goblins I have access to, they have the first drop table, which wasn't very impressive, but it does give access to a new best in slot shield. They have a 1 in 42.67 chance of dropping a bronze square shield. And I also just got a bronze spear. That one they have a 1 in 32 chance of dropping, but I just got it on like my second kill, so that's pretty cool. Not sure what benefit there is for that. Not too much over the battle axe, but very cool. So I just have the bronze square shield left to get. Man, killing goblins over here is pretty sketchy. They only kind of travel into my chunk every once in a while. And, oh no! Well, there it is. It's bound to happen sooner or later, I guess. Hello. Man, this feels like some kind of sick, twisted jigsaw situation. Playing claw machine with human beings. And then putting her in a cage. Plop. I'd like to play a game. 3 uncut emeralds for that. In they go. There it is. That was an easy one. 19 kills it took. Look at that. All decked out in the best gear that my chunks have to offer. Sort of, kind of, mostly. So, over in the chunk picker, we have a few things we can check off now. The attack level, the best in slot adamant battle axe, and the iron dagger. It didn't register the bronze square shield just because I already completed the wear rune armor defense, so it just kind of skipped that, but I made sure I did it properly. So all that's left now is the cooking grind and the magic grind. So I think at this point I need to return to Entrana and do some fishing, because that is probably the only way I am going to be able to level up either of these things. So unfortunately for me, that means I need to bank all of my armor and weapons so that I can return to Entrana. I do, however, get to keep my runes and my cool wizard hat. Let's go. Guys, I'm going to end the video there. I think we got a lot of progress done this week. I'll give you an update on the account here. We've got level 30 attack, 22 strength, 33 hit points. We got to 33 prayer also. The combat level is 39 now, and it's been active for 26 hours. So yeah, lots got done. There's lots to do still. I mean, this is my rune stacks right now, and most of that came from the maze event that I got. Um, Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more runes. We're gonna need a lot more money. I have 24,000 feathers. I do still need to get to 58 cooking as well as 55 magic. So I'm probably going to run out of feathers before I finish both of those grinds. We're going to have to figure something out at that point. I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's going to take me a while to get through these feathers, just because I'm going to be running back and forth from Entrana to Port Sarim to sell the fish or to cook them and bake them. Either way, it's going to take some time. But that's it for the episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far into the video, I appreciate you so much. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can see new episodes coming out. I am going to do my best to make sure I get a new episode out every single week for you guys. I'm really enjoying making this content, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching it just as much. Okay, until next time, see ya.